What is up, Raider Nation? Time for a Saturday night special. As you get yourself in gear for getting yourself out tonight, let's just take a look at, where we are now, what we do next. I mean, it is what it is. So now what? That's the question, right? How you doing, Western?
Doing good, man. Doing great. Things could be, better with our team, but
They could be better with our team.
so
Understatement of the century.
many questions, right? Going forward. What's up, good people out there? Hope you guys are having a great, wonderful Saturday evening, depending on your time zone. Hope you guys enjoy the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then my boy Black, how you feeling right now?
Shit, I'm feeling better than Colorado right now. Because they're getting built to ass. I mean, I'm cool. I'm sorry, you was talking about the Raiders. My bad. Because ever since we decided that we didn't want the number one pick, and now it's like everything is unraveling. So it's kind of funny to see like the Shador and the Prime thing, like that kind of is like a thing in the past now, because I don't know if the Raiders will do that because we're not even in position. So it's just fun right now, getting ready for New Year's, getting ready for a new year.
There you go. And because I care about the nation, I brought in a special guest that is just gonna make everything all right.
Right.
What's up, Pizzle? What's going on,
Pizzle?
How you guys doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Man,
Nice to
thanks
meet
for
you
being
guys.
here.
Hang out, talk
Yeah.
shit.
How you feeling about the team right now, man?
Not very optimistic.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think, there's a lot of speculation about a lot of stuff. Sounds like Crosby's on his way out. It sounds like there's just a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of re-signings we need to do. AP might have thrown a monkey wrench in the game because he feels like the Raiders were gonna, do him wrong at the end of the year to use him as a scapegoat.
Okay. Hold on. Let's talk about that, because this is huge, right? So a lot of people, I think what he's referring to is his comment during the press conference when they asked him about the win and what that means for the draft positioning.
Dr. Tom.
He said something like, talk to that fool, Tom. Whatever, man. It's not something like that, right?
Yep.
Or like
Very short.
Ask Tom.
Tom is on it or some shit. Something like that, right?
He said, ask Tom.
He said, ask Tom. He wasn't talking about Brady,
Nope.
right?
Most certainly.
So, he said it some type of way. It seemed like he said it some type of way. So he's saying, is that not? I mean, maybe I'm reading into things, but it felt like he felt some type of way when he said that.
Definitely.
He did.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. So the idea is, did this dude just kind of win a game after not being able to win a game the whole damn season? At the time it was worst possible for us to win a game, as if to stick it to us because he's bitter at the fact that he was not good at the job that was handed to him without him having to work to get it. It's like giving people things they don't deserve spoils them. Strange. Anyway, moving on. Let's go further into that. Do you guys all subscribe to this theory that he kind of was like sticking it to Telesco with this win, or what do you think?
Well, I'll chime in first here, on this here, right? So ultimately, at the end of the day here, so this is just my thoughts here, my take on this here. it really comes down to Mark Davis if he really gave him the call to go out there, and he was like, "Hey, all right, Pierce, go out there, win this game," which means absolutely nothing going for us going forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like that win was going to secure Antonio Pierce's job anyway, right?
Yeah.
So it's just so many questions on, I'm just kind of still baffled on why, if really Mark Davis gave Antonio Pierce the okay to go out there and win that game, why did he do that? And I could definitely see the scenario where Antonio Pierce was in his feelings and he was like, nah, screw that. I'm going to burn you guys because I know that I'm going to get canned. So I'm going to set you guys up for a failure. I'm going to give you guys a first round draft pick. So I'm going to get this win, right? But I really honestly believe that Mark Davis really wanted to get that win, which means nothing
Right.
at all, right? And
Right. Because he wanted wins all year, right? So
yeah, but but I just question Mark Davis and why he would give Antonio Pierce the green light to go out and win that game against Jacksonville. I'm still kind of just like baffled on that.
yeah. I mean, gone are the days where we have the most football savvy owner. That's another thing. And he knows that at least, right? But yeah, it felt like a fan thing to do, um, not an owner thing to do. But hey, he is a fan, so that's fair. Um, hmm, like, okay, I understand that the owner, maybe he comes out and he says, "Yeah, we should win this week," but like he's been saying it all year. So why take it seriously now?
Yeah, why change now when you're already set up for the first round pick?
And what
And
were you doing the last 10 weeks? Were you just like not taking it? What happened?
yeah,
What
I
was
just
this?
Played horrible competition, and they, like I said, well, I was saying the last couple all month actually, they're going to have to, in order. We're so bad, we don't have to tank. They have to give us the game by giving us turnovers, and we have to win the turnover battle, and that's what they did. They gave us 2 turnovers, we scored on them, and they didn't, and that's why we won. That's just. And if obviously, if he was tanking, they would have put in. They went to start at AOC, right? Because that gives you the most.
True.
That's the guy who's most competent to win right now. You could have put in Carter Bradley. You could have put in Ritter. You could have put in anybody. You could be evaluating other talent at other positions. That shows you. Shows me where they were, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to win, right? And we should have been able to beat them. Let's just be honest. And we should be able to beat the Aints. Look at the Aints. What they did last week. 35, they got blown out. So, I mean, I expect us to win a couple of these games, even at the end.
Oh yeah,
Win another game.
going forward in the Saints game, I honestly think that we definitely are going to beat them, man. Like, I honestly don't want that, to like happen. And I know that that's something that a lot of the fans don't want to hear out there, right? But I honestly feel like we're going to go out there, we're going to beat them, and I just want to. My whole thing is I don't want to trade up draft capital and assets to acquire a higher position in the draft to get a quarterback if that is the path that we're going to choose. Raider Ryan, salute, brother.
Man. So you're like, I don't want to trade back up. I'm out on that. It's just not a thing.
Not for these
Because
people.
we had the first round.
Okay,
pick.
so I'm going to challenge
Yeah,
that.
it's-
I'm going to challenge that today. So I got a chance to look at Cam Ward's tape, and I did the same sort of analytical analysis last year on the whole quarterback draft class. I would have rated Cam Ward just below Jaden Daniels and above Bo Nix and everybody else in that class. So I don't see the huge drop off difference that people are talking about. I think it's not as deep of a class, and there's obviously less choices, but I don't think it's like under talented at the top. And we'll see more. I'll have a chance to look at Dylan Gabriel soon. And we'll get into Shador next. So yeah, I don't exactly agree that like this is not a good class or the previous classes were just so much better. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that straight up. Cam has some special qualities we can talk about.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it depends on how we want to build a team, right? I mean, if they're gone, right? If we're not there, then we're gonna have to get the best player available round one, and then round two, try and get a decent quarterback there. You know, a Milrow or a Dart or I don't know, any one of these other. I don't watch that much football. You know, I watch a little bit of Alabama, but and I think that he'll be around in a second, and he's all right, but he's got to work on his throwing. He's got to get his arm talent down. He's hit and miss, but there's other guys that are going to be better than him in the second round, possibly, that we could get. So we could get somebody left tackle. We could get we could get something that we really need there, and then go get a quarterback in the second round and get something else, or trade back. Depends on what you want to do. I mean, that's what the Raiders usually do. We trade back. You know, we're known to do that. But nobody usually works with us to go up, but they're willing to work with us to go back.
Definitely.
We have a weird situation with the NFL. I gotta tell you, when it comes to draft day, bro.
Man,
true.
That's rough. We'll see where things are as we get closer.
I mean, it's really going to depend on when we flip the coin, and at the end of the year in 3 weeks we're going to know. We're going to know everything we need to know, and then we could talk about what. Like I said, there's just so many scenarios, right? We don't know yet. We still might end up with the number one pick. These guys might win. We might lose. We don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, is it likely? I don't know, but anything could happen. Everybody just needs to pump the brakes. The season's not over yet. Let's just get on the roller coaster. Grab your popcorn and hang on.
It's fair. I mean, things absolutely will change. I'm sure there'll be stuff that we didn't expect. Some teams play each other. Some teams are going to be playing squads that are resting everybody. So, it could, shake out differently than we're all expecting. I mean, if you look back probably at how things were, at this time, after week 17 or whatever last year, I'm sure the draft order was much different. So,
Yeah. I'm hoping that somehow when it's all pans out, when it's all said and done, when the season's over, right, that we somehow are able so that we're able to draft either Sanders or Ward without trading any draft capital. Like that would be the best scenario for me, and that's just my take. On that, I don't want to trade no draft picks or no draft capital, players or assets to go up to trade for them because we already had the first round pick in our hands, right? But if that's not the case, and let's say we do beat the Saints or somehow we win these following games, right, then that's when we do got to go with the best player available, let Tom do his thing, and just trust that process, right? But Ultimately, though, I was hoping that we could somehow get, Ward or Sanders. But if we get Jalen Monroe, I'll be happy with that. I don't really know too much about uh, Gabe, Gabriel yet because I haven't done too much research on him yet. But there's a bunch of hype, tying ties, to him too. I've been hearing things about us possibly trading for JJ McCarthy on the Vikings too. So I don't know how much truth is, there's so much going around right now, but we'll just see how this pans out.
The kid from Penn State looks pretty good too. I can't remember his name, but he's going to be coming out. Maybe he looks.
He's actually saying the rumors are he's going to stay in. Drew
Oh,
Aller.
all right. Well, he hasn't beat Ohio State yet, so he might as well. I mean, that's
yeah.
But I was on him last year. He's got a lot of arm talent. He can make all the throws.
Yeah.
He just don't have what he needs yet. And people. That's what I'm saying. There's other opportunities later down the line that are with these other schools that don't have the coaching talent or don't have the kind of talent that the Raiders have on the squad that in college. They don't have the kind of quality players that we have. So when you get guys that are halfway decent and you give them, that's why I can't understand how these dudes can't come in and win with this team. It's not like the team ain't stacked. We got talent. We just can't get anybody to get them the damn ball.
And thus the quarterback being a valuable piece, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but
there's so much,
So let's say we don't get those guys. Are you guys up for that running back? Would you guys want to grab the running
Genty?
Yeah.
So we actually talked, about that on here. So I'm one of the few. I wouldn't, be mad at all if we did draft him because I do see the talent there, right? But if we do draft him, we definitely got to work on our O-line, for sure.
Oh well, that's an automatic. No matter what, we got to do that. We're leaving the benches all day. We got to get JPJ back to center. We got to get rid of Colton Miller. We got to get somebody else. We got to plug that. We got a dam over there that's busting. We don't have enough fingers to plug it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Ryan says play Ritter.
Well, I think the line just looked bad because bad because I mean, like if you got defenders just pinning their ears back every play for real, it's hard to like. It's hard to mix it up for the old linemen so they could win because that now instead of being aggressive and run blocking and like attacking, they always go into pass protection. So I think our line is going to be all right. A line takes time. I think our line be all right. If we got them, we might as well get them. I mean, we just put ourselves in a stupid position. So at the end of the day, we got to just draft the best player on the board. I mean, like because if we were being strategic, we should have been strategic last week by playing Ritter. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even have an opinion about what's going on. I'm just watching it and I'm just following it away as that's what the Raiders are Raidering. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well, I think they scuttled the ship at the beginning, and they scuttled our pirate ship at the beginning of the year. To be honest, they didn't bring any talent in. They knew the running back room was mediocre. They knew the quarterback room was mediocre. They knew we had problems with the offensive line. All the stuff that we know, they should already know. Like they're professionals at this shit. We just watch this shit. At least that's all I do. I just watch it. I know what's wrong. Yeah. This is.
I think that they really had like really really high hopes on Zamir White, right? But it just didn't. It just didn't unfold like the like fairy tale how we all wanted it to like play out and yeah man we'll see, man. You know, it's just
No, there's nothing to see. We already seen. My boy Raider Ben says the guy would run into a light pole in the desert. Just,
yeah.
he's got no balance, really. You know, that's part of you just like reach out and push him, and you just fall over. It's like you're cow tipping out there. He's just a big old cow, like a cow. You just cow tip him.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Just saying. What up, all eyes?
All eyes, what up, man? Yeah,
No.
so you know, so if we draft Jenny, you know, that would be nice because you know he'd be a traditional bell cow back, you know, and that's, you know, awesome. And he definitely has, you know, the like talent. And as far as White, you know, when I said we'll see, you know, like I don't know what his career or his future is with us, you know, like he might be like a backup, you know, but he's more of like a deaf piece now, man. Like I thought, you know, he had, you know, the like talent, man, and I'm sure like we all did too, but he fooled a bunch of us, man, and yeah, it's just sad, you know, how you know how things just pan out, and it's terrible.
Well, you know, I think that we need to show him the door.
Oh yeah,
You know,
definitely.
I think it's time to show him the door, and it's time. You know, the only one that really showed out really good this year was Abdullah and the other dude.
Yeah.
And you know, and they kept saying we want to play the guy with the hot hand, and then all of a sudden the guy with the hot hand is injured and stuff, and you're like, what happened to him? Why is he out at halftime? Why aren't we handing the ball to that guy? Where's the guy with the hot hand?
Yeah,
that's what I was about to say. Like we had, I mean, even McCormick. I mean, like
that's what I'm saying.
Even if you play good, you can't play good 2 or 3 games and then be out for the season after about the 5th game like that. See, because to me, what that tells me is that you don't have the durability. Because what happens? We play you the first 6 weeks of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
We go 4-2.
Yeah,
I'm just saying hypothetically. So now you hurt, right?
J.K. Dobbins. Yeah.
So now you hurt. Now we got to change the offense because we was relying on you and you not. So then we got to try to plug in other players, and then we end up in the situation that we in this year. That's what happened when you don't have a premier back. You know what I'm saying? You start scrapping and scraping like you at the Diddy freak off, and you just grabbing on everything. So I'm like,
take it easy now.
So I'm like, I mean, I think McCormick could be a good backup, but we need a premier back. Somebody that we know can win, that can play 10 to 15 games or 10 to 17 games.
You know, I feel the same way, the exact same way. A bell cow workhorse back who's getting 10 to 15 carries, you know, per game, you know, who's just in and out, you know, that is the type of back who you know what I mean? I'm tired of the same old, you know, like just guys, you know, like going in and out, you know, this guy here, this guy there, like it got to stop.
Yeah, but you want to run the ball 30 plus times a game. It's hard to find a running back that can handle that, dude. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That is. But I'll take 20 carries.
Yeah, but that's not what AP wants. He wants 1980s football, bro. He wants Emmitt Smith days. He wants 90s football. He wants 80s, 90s football. He wants to grind it out. Get a lead.
And then they're gonna end up at the blue room that's
where they are. Run it 2 times and punt. That's where we're at, bro. Run it 2 times, throw a screen.
They might as well put a hot tub in that blue tent then, if that's what they're gonna try to do, because we're not, the football is not that anymore. You know what I'm saying? And you can't sustain that for a whole season. That's the whole thing. You could do it, you just ain't gonna be able to sustain it for a whole season.
I just threw up in my mouth just a little bit when he said that. No, we can't go that route. Like, oh my God, you want to be bad? Oh boy, try that. If that's his idea, then this was doomed from the beginning.
Yeah.
Probably was doomed from the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I said. As soon as he said that, I was like, we're going back to 1980s football. Like no one runs the ball 30 times a game unless you don't have an offense to score. Because the whole point of the NFL right now is to score touchdowns. Nobody wants to grind the ball out. It's scoring. It used to be watching big hits, but now it's throwing big time touchdowns, long touchdowns. That's what everybody wants to see. So that's what they're trying to give everybody.
Yeah, I get it, right? But I'm just hoping, like we can find our Barkley or our Henry or our Kyron, our Isaiah.
We had one. We had Jacobs. But,
yeah, right. Yeah, I know it's terrible. I know.
When you do your players dirty, they give you the finger on the way out the door. I mean, you got them waiting out the parking lot for 3 hours with Crosby. I mean, I used to laugh at that because I thought it was hilarious. But at the end of the day, if they didn't call you to come in, what are you doing? You shouldn't even have been there yet. You should have.
Yeah. No, you are right. Yeah, that's
you put your cart ahead of the horse. I'm not saying
I took that as he was trying to show the franchise that he wanted to be there. Like,
yeah. No, I get what you're saying, but you can't. That's like when you meet a girl or something, dude. And you're calling her all the time and doing all of it. It's they feel pressured. I think maybe they didn't like that. Yeah,
they didn't like the pressure because it made them look a certain type of way.
Yeah, and Telesco's a quarterback by committee kind of guy. That's why he got rid of what's his name over there at San Diego, because he don't want just one bell cow. He wants to bring in 2 or 3 guys. No. I paid one guy $15 million. I can pay 3 guys $5 million.
The thing is, because running backs get injured, running backs get old. Running backs,
No, I get it. I get the position is got 2.5 to 3.5 years. I get it. It's a real short span.
But you damn near got to do that in today's NFL. Have multiple running backs. But the thing about it is, when you have a special running back where you don't need that, like the Saquon, like the Josh Jacobs,
take advantage of it as long as
you gotta take advantage of it, because there are not a whole bunch of them in the league. I would dare to say that there's about 5 to 7 running backs in this league that's 1 through 3 down backs. Yeah. First through third down back.
I agree.
And then also that you believe in their fitness, right? Like you know him well enough. You're like, he's gonna stay in shape, not not injury prone, that sort of thing. It's hard to do that.
That was the one thing about Jacobs, right? We had one good solid season. I mean, he had a bunch of other ones, but he got hurt here and there during a few seasons. But he did have that one good solid season, and he looked great. He looks great at Green Bay right now. But we're going to see.
He got hurt so much in his final season with us.
We're going to see how much longer his body holds up right now. We're going to see. Hopefully he holds up.
The boy literally won the rushing title with the Raiders. Like that means something. Years ago.
Mm-hmm. But we always been able to run the ball, Black. I mean, that's one of our staples. That's always been our staple, is to run the ball and then throw it deep. You can't run the ball and throw it deep if you can't run the ball.
Yeah, but when I'm saying you're right. And what I'm saying is he won the rushing title. I'm talking about recently.
I get it. But we just got our philosophy. The Raider way is gone because there's nobody left from our tree, right? The Pittsburgh Steelers still use their guys as defense from back in the day. I can't remember his name right now, and they've had 3 coaches over their whole 60-year span or whatever, right? We have coaches on a revolving door, because we can't find the right guy, and we're not patient enough to wait. Every time you fire the guy, it's going to take 4 years. You got to blow it up again. Because the guy who's coming in don't want this team the way it is. They want to bring in their guys. They want to bring in their coaching staff. They want to bring in their players. And
maybe.
Well, you'll keep a few staple players that are good, right? Yeah. But other than that, you're wiping the slate. You're blowing it all up. All the coaching staff, everything. You're gonna pick and choose what you want, Well, most of these guys come in, former coaches, they already have their staff. That's why I didn't think Belichick was going to come here, because he wants to bring, what's his name, Josh McDummy with him. We can't have that. We can't bring that over here.
He's not going to do that, right? Is he really bringing it?
We can't have that.
I don't think it's necessarily
Patrick calling offensive plays, for God's sakes.
That was embarrassing.
I felt so bad for Mac Jones, bro. He's like, when he was out there, like, where's the play? Remember when he was playing the Raiders? He's like, where's the play?
Yes.
He's going on.
What's happening? It's like,
I was rolling. I was like, damn, that guy's dysfunctional over there.
Yeah, no, the Matt Jones thing is ridiculous. Don't get me started on the childbearing hips and all the stuff. It's strange, man. But so we got some I guess some push here. Like Black, are you how high would you draft a running back in this draft then?
I don't give a damn where we land. If he there, grab him, because we stupid. Obviously, we're obviously stupid. So since we can't critically think, we might as well just have like Tourette's at the draft pick be like, Jensen. Yeah, like, I don't give a fuck who we pick. Just pick somebody hella good, because we stupid. I don't care. I don't even care if it's a long snapper. If that motherfucker the best long snapper in the world and he Hall of Fame, grab him. I don't even care. You know what I'm saying?
This is where I was when we drafted Janikowski. I was like, shit, it's better than some sucky ass. Better than Fabian Washington. Let's roll with that.
On the kicker, that's a great guy. That's a great guy.
So I'm not burning no brain cells trying to come up with some, this could work. Cause like Pizzle said, they're professionals. They get paid hella money to think about this stuff day in and day out. And if I can sit here and if he can sit here and y'all can sit up there and we can come up with some halfway rational ideas and they can't, all bets off. Y'all just pick somebody good at this point. I don't even care. I'm not going to get mad. Just pick somebody good. I don't care.
Right.
That's all we can hope for. I don't even trust him to do that.
Right, I don't. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got one, what they say, you got one job. Just pick the best player on the board at the time. And if Genty is there, feel like a genius and say, I think we should get Genty. Somebody in the room say, I think we should get Genty, because I promise you, the next person who draft after us
is gonna get him
after us or right after them. They're gonna pick him up. I promise you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guarantee it. This is the first year we actually got the best player available, and people were freaking out. Like, we finally did the right thing, and people were like, "What's going on?"
Right, we was doing the right thing on accident, and then when we got aware of it, we did the wrong thing on purpose. That's Raider shit.
Yeah, that's about right. Pretty much, yeah, that's what happened. So, update. Thank you all, eyes on G. So it looks like there were some mechanical issues with the Raiders plane, and the team got into New Orleans late. Now this is how you tank, people. You see?
Well, they're lucky the plane got there.
The GM strikes. This is the GM strikes back, or maybe GM. So yeah. Mm-hmm. We already went through Return of the Jedi idiot stuff. Dating
Dude,
myself.
I'm telling you, there's like a civil war going on right now. I guess they're not lying. There's like a civil war going on between Mark and Telesco and AP and whoever. There's some kind of shit going on right now. I guess there's like
Brady, hurry up and get here, like Brady.
Yeah, I heard that Tom Telesco is distancing himself from Antonio Pierce and like wants nothing to like do with him.
But he wasn't hired by AP to come in though. That he's Mark Davis's hire, so he ain't worried about it. Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, he didn't get AP nothing, but Gardner Minshew, he got him literally bottom of the barrel nothing. How do you expect to go out there and win and do what we? That's what I'm saying. They scuttled the ship right from the start.
Yeah, I get that, but and Antonio Pierce though, man. I mean,
he was offered other stuff. He said, I don't want Russell Wilson.
I mean, so. I'm gonna just say this, man, and I said this, in like the previous podcast I went over, like he's just like terrible in every aspect, man. He's just a terrible coach. He's bad. So he could pack up his black Air Force Ones, take his 6'4" Impala, hop in there, and take his ass back to Compton, man. Get the F out of here, man. I'm done with it, man.
I 100% agree with you on that. I never thought he was qualified to get the job to begin with. I thought we should have fist bumped him at the end of the year, and offered him a position somewhere. Maybe as back as a linebacker coach, or maybe as a defensive coordinator. I don't know. But for me, I thought Graham was doing the audition. Patrick Graham was doing the audition for the head coaching job because of the defense at the end of the year. How we had the defense coming on and had them playing good and all that other stuff. A lot of people thought that was AP, but some of the energy was AP, but that was Patrick Graham's defense. AP ain't calling no plays. He ain't designing that. He ain't doing none of that. All he did was say, let the dogs loose.
Yeah, so this is the thing. I have no problem with a head coach being a general, motivator.
Oh, right? Me either.
Jack of all trades, heavily involved in all kinds of different phases, but not really calling anything. Because, we see how it works out. Like a lot of times when you're being forced to coordinate and then try to be the head coach, right?
Look at Tomlin. Right, he didn't never called any plays until the last few years. Before that, he was just walking up and down the sideline. He didn't have no sheet. He didn't have nothing because that's not the kind of coach that he is.
Andy Reid stopped calling.
He's a motivator.
Became a great coach.
Yep. Norv Turner. He's a great offensive play caller, but he's not a head coach.
Which brings me to the coaching search, guys.
Oh boy.
So
hold on. So do we all four of us, do we agree here that and Antonio Pierce is gone? He's canned?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It seems like he's definitely fired. Pizzle?
I'm kind of
no.
Yeah, I'm kind of up in the air just because of the way that they started the year off. For me, like I said, they never gave him anything, and the way he comes out smiling and he does the press conferences and stuff just makes me think that they all kind of have a little plan, and they know that he didn't give them anything, right? But and then last week makes me think, oh, maybe that was the plan, and then now they were trying to stick it to him, right? At the end of the year, he's figuring out, hey, maybe they are just going to shit can me and blame it all on me and get rid of me. So maybe I should just do do what we do. And so I'm kind of in the mix. I think he's gone, but somehow or another, he might end up staying for a half a year or another year because they didn't get him anything. They might have an understanding. So I'm kind of torn, I'm kind of torn in the way that things have been set up, how things are going. Just for me.
Too, I'm torn too because although I see the graffiti on the wall, we're so goofy. The logical thing to do, we're going to do the illogical thing. So that gives me reason to believe that since he's supposed to be gone, he going to end up staying. And then we're going to do the whole stupid song and dance that we did with McDaniels and fire him in the middle of the year. So another dysfunctional year. We going to draft again in the middles where we always do. And it's going to be a clusterfuck. So you don't even... I'm not even I don't even have my seatbelt on no more. We get pulled over. We get pulled over. I'm smoking and
I got you. All right. So one last thing before we go on to the next topic here, because this co-relates to the next topic here. So what good coach out there, like for example Ben Johnson, that all the fans and the Raider Nation would, he's on our Christmas head coaching wish list, right? Why would he want to come here if we don't have a first round pick or a chance to draft Sanders or Ward? I just want to say that. Aside from Ben Johnson, what good coach, high caliber tier coach, is really going to want to come here if we don't have that good top pick tied to that good coach?
Yeah, a coach that's not coaching right now in the league that need a job.
Okay, we have a. I'm going to introduce a theory. I'm going to say two things. First off, I'm not feeling this Ben Johnson thing the way everybody else is feeling it. I get it, but that dude ain't never coached as a head coach on any level, not once. He not a Pop Warner team. Like
neither did Chucky.
There are exceptions.
Exactly.
He might be that guy, but are we in the
Look
place
at the offense he's calling over there?
We already down like our whole life savings in Vegas. We got like $7.
He's doing this with Jared Goff too. He's doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Put it all on green.
Yeah, put it on green. Put it on the house.
I mean, so what? We're silver and black, and you can put it on black.
No, better it all on green.
But just a top coach in general, aside from Ben Johnson, though. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just use him. You know what I mean?
But why would he come here? I don't know.
Coaching now.
He won't be coming here unless we got a reason to come here, right?
He don't have a job right now, right?
No, he like a court.
Ben Johnson.
No, he's like he glommed on somebody on their staff as like a special assistant or something to that.
Yeah, but he's not a head coach. So that's what I'm saying. A variable will work because he'll come here because it's an opportunity.
All right, so guys,
now about Vrabel already. Jeez, I don't know about bringing that guy over here.
I don't either. I'm just answering the question. Like, if I was Vrabel, I'd be like, well, shit, I can't do any worse than AP.
Let me bring that Patriot way on over there some more.
What if there was a head coach with a proven track record of turning programs around and winning with a young team and leading with a great defense, who's out of work and sitting out there? Would that be interesting to the nation? Especially if he had some sway over bringing over key players from his former team. And I'm just going to say it. I'm talking about Pete Carroll.
So I was just about to say that, but I'm going to just say it. I like Carroll. And when we were out of the gym hardball race, Pete Carroll was one of the coaches who I would love to coach our team, right? But there's fans out there who say, well, he's too old. He can't coach anymore. But I still think that he can still coach, and he's a great coach. And then I'm going to go back to Mike Vrabel here, right? So I understand the whole point of the Patriot system, the Patriot way, right? But I think to what he did with the Titans, with what he did, with Tannehill, who wasn't jack, until he went over there. He turned that franchise around, turned to a playoff team. He made Henry kind of a household name, there, and
didn't have a choice.
Like he made the Titans good, and Titans really wasn't doing anything, until he coached over there.
He did some things. Yeah.
He did do some things. Who else was there? AJ Brown before he got traded to the Eagles, he was, so
They started destroying the team, and then they fired Vrabel with a winning record. Don't ask me why they do something like that, but that's what they do.
Strange. Yeah. Not sure what happened there.
Sometimes it's time to break up. I mean, breaking up is hard to do, y'all.
But just if I had a choice right now between Pete Carroll and Mike Vrabel, and it's just me, I would go with Pete Carroll.
Well, Pete Carroll beat Jim Harbaugh in the retirement. How about that?
Pete Carroll turned around USC.
Yep.
Well, he also, they got caught cheating too on the way out.
Hey, if you're not cheating, you're
just like Harbaugh did. He got caught cheating on the way out too.
By USA Today.
Speaking of turning around, remember I was telling you earlier, BYA beating y'all ass is up 33-7, and they just got a pick. And why they do the primetime dance on them? Like,
oh no, they didn't.
Nice.
Is a religious school, so it's beating you up. Okay, so they beating you up. So,
nice. Maybe that hinders Sanders' draft stock. Hey, and who knows?
Is Sanders taking his stock?
Did he get injured?
Wait,
like this is like this is where he shows his talent at. This is where he's supposed to be like, hey, look at my play. This is why you should be picking me number 1 and not number 30.
Before treatment, your doctor should check you for
Truth, yeah. True. That's true.
I mean, it's just like ruining their draft stock out there right now, yo.
A lot can change.
That's true.
A lot can change pretty quickly.
In the next 15 minutes,
can be our little secret.
You're gonna need a couple of pick sixes. You're gonna need a whole lot of help from your friends out there to get that.
Man, they already packed it up. The bus already in neutral.
Man,
you got it warming up. Got the heater going.
Yeah, for sure. We ain't even gonna go back to the hotel. Let's go back to the plane. Go home.
What's up with the? Well, I'm hearing rumors about a fight between Shador and Hunter. Is that
a fight?
That happened?
Oh, really?
It's gonna beef during the game or whatever.
Oh, well,
I don't know.
One's outperforming the other right now. I mean, the funny thing about Dion is he just came out and ran the 40 and then bounced, got back in his golf cart and cut out. He didn't do anything else. And that was his thing. Like, I'm just fast.
For expenses not covered by
it worked.
That gap. We got to get your thing bigger, coach.
Well, we will be looking at the totality of the season, not just one game. When we assess these guys, right? We'll be looking at total throws, completion percentages, all kind of stuff like that. You look at the analytics that I put out last year for the top 10 quarterbacks. We're doing something very similar. And a lot of that really kind of long form stuff that we do will end up on the Patreon. So if it's something you guys are interested in, it's time to kind of get going on the Patreon, because that is where we'll be kind of stashing that deep dive stuff. And I'll try to keep the other stuff to kind of a shorter look as we look at these quarterbacks and go through them. But something I wanted to kind of bring up about Cam Ward. So let's say that this quarterback class is actually, as talented as the one from last year.
I just want to say I think he's the best one out of this whole draft class. I think he's better than, I always say that I prefer him. He has a slight edge over Sanders, and I would prefer to draft him over Sanders. I've always said that, but then I did say that Sanders would be more ready out of the box to go, but Ward has a higher ceiling, and he has a nice arm too, man. That back of throw, he could roll outside the pocket well, and he could run when he has to run. Sanders, my big thing with him, and I said this in the past too, he's great, but he kind of holds on to the ball a tad bit too long. You can't do that in the NFL, and he's known to be kind of an a-hole, which I understand. All the top great players are, they're kind of jerks. Jordan, Brady, all that. But then my biggest thing was that what if we do draft him and he can't really handle the pressure of Vegas and all that, and things don't pan out, and we start to go on a downward spiral. He kind of whines, throws a fit, and then he wants to get traded within the next 2 years. And then we trade him for an abundance of second round picks. That would be my biggest fear with Sanders, which I don't think it'll happen, but that's what my biggest fear would be. But I really think that Sanders prepped him up and got him set for the big Vegas bright lights or the big stage, and in New York, or if that's the case that he goes. But yeah, me personally, I would prefer Cam Ward over Sanders, but I would be happy with Sanders too.
I think
think
the
that-
market's. I think I'm sorry. I think the market's bigger in New York, to be honest. So I think that's where he's going to go. I think the market's bigger in New York. It's going to be the Shagor show in New York, just like it could be the Shagor show in Vegas. But it's a way bigger market. It's going to make him more money. And I know a lot of people may not think it's going to go that way, but I don't think it's, I don't think everything, like I said, not everything's the way that going to end up the way that we think it's going to.
Right.
So I just kind of like talking to fans and everything. And one of the things that I heard from fans around the stadium, just kind of talking about this situation, is that we don't just need a quarterback, right? We need like a quarterback with swag. You know what I mean? We need somebody who has that kind of belief in themselves that they can kind of just change the whole scenario, right? When they show up, right? And I think both these top quarterbacks have that kind of swag. You know what I mean? As far as like, I don't know if you guys saw Cam and his statement about how he's better than Shador, and he's 2-0 versus Shador or something to that effect. And they need to stop talking about Shador like he's better. So that was interesting to watch. I think they both have a poise about how they play the game of football, which is not what you see every day. When the plays break down, both of these dudes, like, bullets are flying and they're making top level decisions. Advanced reads, and accuracy in key moments. I will say, like, Cam will have 3-4 passes every game where, 3 of them is off. One of them just wasn't in the right place to get the receiver to be able to, run with the ball and that kind of stuff. And then one of them just missed. And you're like, okay, well, that's going to happen because he's not like overly accurate or whatever. Like, he can make some nice throws or whatever. But like, from what I've seen in Shador, because I only looked at junior year tape so far with Shador, there's some plus accuracy stuff there, right? And there's like the main kind of differences. Their arm strength difference isn't that crazy. I mean, they're pretty similar from what I can see. And neither one of them is Mahomes or Allen, but they're kind of just below that. Extremely functional, Cam could throw 65 yards in the air, right, and be accurate. So I think if they're that talented, I heard people saying we shouldn't trade up, right? But the number one pick wasn't ours. We wanted it. We had it almost, but like the game wasn't over, right? It's like if you up by 24 in the Super Bowl, 11 minutes left, you ain't won yet, right?
Yep.
You can't count that chicken before it hatches. We didn't have a
Well,
number
you
one.
should just stop running the ball. That's what I'm saying. That's the dumb shit right there. That's the problem. Not only do you stop running the ball, but you take a sack. You just like the whole thing just crumbles down around you. Then and instead of running the ball right after the sack, you throw it again. Like, what are you doing? Just like you just calm. You know, that's the thing about Shanahan. That's why he'll never win in this league. That's the difference between him and his dad. His dad knew how to ride Terrell Davis. He rode him to death. He knows how to ride RG3 too. He rode him to death too. Look what he just did to McCaffrey. He just ruined McCaffrey's career too. Rode him to death. That's what these guys do. They get these players and they ride them to death.
Yeah, it is the difference
Well,
between the dad and the son.
we may be in a position where, you know, we have an opportunity at one of those players. Is it?
Hopefully.
I mean, would it be a mistake to not go ahead and like trade the hell up?
Why?
And try to
Look,
get the guy.
ain't trade up like
So if we did, you know, I'm going back to the Jacksonville game, thinking why, you know what I mean? Which I understand.
That ship has sailed. It is what it is, man.
no, I get that, but I'm just saying if they're gonna try to pull that off, it'd have been just much easier just to lose the game.
Yeah,
Like it would have been much easier, and it would have been.
But I get your point, though,
more
brother. I get it.
cost-effective. But the
It definitely would have.
But the Pizzle's point, real quick, the difference between the Shanahans is, yeah, they rode Terrell Davis, but the father knew how to play action it off of him, so to speak, like literally and figuratively. Like, all right, Terrell, stay in the game. We're gonna use you as a decoy, and we're gonna win like this, or on this play or whatever. Shanahan, the younger one,
Kyle,
he just
yeah.
ride them all gas, no brakes, brake pads.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Oh, there go the rotors. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? That's what he do. At least the father know how to hit the neutral and coast sometimes, and then make it look like one thing, and do one good play or two big plays to offset that. The younger one, he don't do that, and that's why all his players is hurt. And somebody said McCaffrey, like one of my young just said, McCaffrey's career might be over. Like for real.
It is. Yeah, it is. Just like RG3's career is over. They ruined him, dude. They said, you could go ahead and start this playoff game, and ain't gonna hurt your knee none. You'll be able to start next year. What happened? He became a backup for the rest of his career, bro. I would have sued the Shanahans for that, ruining my career like that. One game, you didn't even win it. You ended up losing, and it cost me my career. I would have sued him for that shit. Playing me hurt like that. You ain't even supposed to play a player hurt like that.
That's Kyle Shanahan for you.
It's crazy, dear boy. It's crazy.
Lying about injuries and shit. That's Kyle Shanahan.
It's crazy, dear boy.
All the Shanahans seem, there's a lot of them.
You know, I sent Hotspot a video the other day of Bo Jackson footage of playing the Niners in like '88, and there's old Mike Shanahan standing on the sideline,
geeking out.
Yeah. And then that was it. We had to fire him, and then we had to keep a case, $1 million of his, ride a case for 40 years. I don't even know if we paid him yet. He still might be in court. I'm not even kidding.
That was Al's last thing. He was like, I don't care. No, don't ever pay me.
Never going to pay Shanahan.
Oh, no.
That's crazy, too. Yeah. A lot of fans don't. So, fans, if you're watching, if you are younger fans watching, Shanahan was the coach of the Raiders a long time ago. So, just thought I would, it's crazy.
Why bring that up again?
I just had to share some facts, man. I had to share, it's just crazy how.
I forgot about that. It's just like I was done with that whole don't sit on your helmet.
Hey, it can't be worse than Art Shell, man. So can't.
I like old school coaches. I like people like Buddy Ryan. I like people that are going to punch somebody in the mouth. I like that kind of coaching. I don't like this coddle me. I'm not getting the ball and I want to be traded kind of shit. I want somebody like you can play that in college. You come up to the NFL, it's war. This is war, man. I'm tired of people hanging out, slapping ass, grabbing ass and shit, signing jerseys after the show, after the gig, and all of it. No, bro. Tired of shaking hands, all of this stuff. No, bro, it's over. The game, it's war. We ain't shaking hands, nothing. We ain't friends. When would everybody become friendly? What's going on? It's all entertainment.
AAU, it's a new generation of athletes.
Once they start giving out participation trophies,
nuts, bro. They ain't got no competition. It ain't a competition anymore. They're all just in it.
Participation trophies, bro. I'm telling you. Once they started doing that, that was it. Because, like you said, like after the game and we lose, I'm in football. Y'all don't have to do all that. Y'all can just leave the field. You know what I'm saying? Like it's over. Like fuck all that. Y'all want to swap jerseys and be homeboys. And like the other day, I saw Travis Kelce and Mahomes doing the interview. Who were they playing? Anyway, it was one of the other team players came in the interview, gave both of them a hug from the other team in the interview, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
Different times, man, and eras. It's just different, man. It's just
we can be cool in the off season.
Yeah, exactly. You want to hang out in the off season, go and have some drinks or whatever when we come across each other, whatever. That's one thing. Or we go do a tight end camp or a defensive end camp or whatever when we're hanging out for a week. We could kick it then. But right now, nah, we ain't friends.
Yep. I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. 100%.
This shit is it's turned too much NBA-ish for your boy. You seen the flop last week, right? It's starting to do the flop shit in the NFL. Like, what's going on? I thought LeBron was out there playing defensive corner for a minute, bro.
Yep.
Le flop.
Hey, I am a Laker fan, but that boy is good at flopping. I'll say it, man. He is a good flopper. He is the Shawn Michaels of flopping.
Yeah, he be bleeding.
He's Shawn Michaels of flopping, man.
Ain't nobody been touching you, and you over here like your eye falling out or something.
Yeah, I'm like, God dang. Hey, don't nothing top Paul Pierce though. That man left the game on a stretcher,
wheelchair.
Came back to play. Paul Pierce.
No, because he shit on himself.
I know that's the. But he played it so cold, boy. That boy left like he was dead.
That's what. No, AOC did that shit. Got carted off with an air cast and came back and played and won the game after that. Like, what the hell was that? I mean, a game that we did not need to win. Let's not forget to put the little asterisk next to it. I'm just glad it wasn't the last game of the season, actually, because I probably would have been super pissed.
Oh man, to go out like with no. At least there's a chance. At least there's a chance. Not a good chance, but there's a chance. So I didn't get a clear answer. I got a lot of consternation and some hubbubs and people start throwing things.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Cam and Shador are as good as Jaden Daniels and as fresh as a spring day. Shouldn't we trade up from 6 to get one?
Hell no. Wait, man, bruh.
Say the
we have the most draft capital in the whole NFL.
Our third round draft pick.
Oh, we need to go from 6 to 3, probably, right? So that's the three jump. Probably the first.
We're gonna go from right now to maybe
second this year.
Give up to jump up.
The second this year, and probably the third. And
I don't know. We're not too good at drafting, so why not?
Yeah, I'd do it. Yes, but I'd be pissed off while I'm like sending it to them. You know, I'd be like, motherfucker. You know, yeah.
Man,
I'd do it, yeah.
I mean, just because DoorDash mess up your order, you know what I'm saying? You can't
Part of
just
my
stop
curse family,
ordering
yeah,
from
man. I'd be
DoorDash.
super
You're gonna
pissed
order again. Just
while I'm doing it, you know, because yeah, and I'd be staring at Mark Davis too while I'm saying yes. You know, I'd be like this, staring at Mark Davis. You know, like be like, you know, like
yeah, it's classic.
Pizzle.
Yeah.
So you would just hold their nose and trade up, or
Yeah, I probably. Well, I don't know, man. It's just a confused word. I
if
like I
it's
said, I
just
haven't
a
really
second and a
seen too.
third, yeah.
Yeah, I just really for that little bit, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that because we already have the draft cap. I mean, we don't do
what
that.
if they said we want your first this year,
Nope.
we want your first conditionally next year,
Nope.
and we want a second round pick this year as
Nope.
well?
Probably not. No, that's too much.
Nope. You could have a second and a third.
So essentially, they was giving us Shador in the Vegas gift grab bag,
Yep.
but instead we wanted to go to the shop and pay full price for it. I
Yep.
got it.
Yeah, we got them in our stocking, bro. We had them in our stocking and shit. We were ready to.
But we
Yeah,
want to go to the casino and buy it out the gift shop.
Yeah, now we got to go to the gift shop.
Yeah, we had him in a gift basket.
Everybody knows something's only worth what you pay for it. So if we pay more, he'll be better, right?
That's a lie. Of what? Not. We talk about the Raiders economy. Everything else that might work, but I don't know about this. Like hey, I don't care. Whenever they do something like that, I just roll up.
He said, I'm not even wearing a seatbelt no more, bro. I don't care. What you gonna do to me? What's the worst you can do? Huh?
What's the worst? The vehicle?
Well, those guys are, no matter what, either one of those guys are better than what we have, right? We got to just be honest with ourselves with that.
That's facts. Right? That's facts.
So,
what are the options besides those guys?
So what? Well, who's going to be around in the off season? Who's going to be the next? Who's going to be the next guy? Right? And I was shit kicking this around a while ago, but eventually, that's what we do. We bring in veterans. We're going to bring in Kirk Cousins for a bunch of money. He's just got, riding the pine. He just got. We're going to bring in Sam Darnold. I mean, we don't have, there's all kinds of stuff, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't really trust these guys to do the right thing, no matter what.
What if? Sam Darnold.
No, I'm not saying I want to get him. I don't think, like I said, we're more than a quarterback away, bro. We need more than a quarterback. So just going and getting somebody ain't going to solve the problem. I don't care how good. We could bring Joe Burrow over here and it wouldn't make a difference.
I beg to differ, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Joe Burrow's a special kind of talent, though, bro. He's a special kind of dude.
Yeah.
There ain't too many people that could take 50 or 60 sacks a year and
Joe Burrow be broke up too.
And still want to come back and play. There's only a few guys that have taken that kind of abuse, and they've been broken, and they were the cars.
Yeah, I mean, what if we could, like I said, we could get this experienced head coach who is known for turning programs around, and maybe he brought in a quarterback that's really good at running his system and avoiding sacks, like Geno Smith or something.
Yeah, well, everybody laughed at me last year when I talked about Pete Carroll because they were talking about Jim Harbaugh.
Saturday, a very well-rounded
football
team.
So for all the people that were, I don't know why they would
11 will be the 13th.
Laugh at that, honestly. I don't get it. I get they're entitled to their own opinion, right? But that's kind of foolish of them to laugh because Jim Harbaugh, I was big on him too, right? But Pete Carroll is a great coach, and Jim Harbaugh and Pete Carroll night and day difference between Antonio Pierce. Night and day difference.
Oh,
And
absolutely. But then what's the whole point of bringing Tom Tomlin and Hugh Jackson and all these other guys over here for? Why wouldn't they just go? Why wouldn't the players just go to them for advice instead of AP? What is it?
Max.
Why? And that's what I.
Because AP was supposed to.
Gonna lose Connor.
I think AP was supposed to be like the gap between the younger and the older generation. Like he's the translator.
Right.
Dude, at this point, I'd rather have Tom Coughlin on the field. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. Like,
No, but I'm with Pizzle.
Well,
like
that's what I said. I was like,
I'm going to Tom
right there,
Coughlin.
but
I'm not going to AP.
Well, and maybe that's what we were bringing, and this is what I was saying last night, John Leon, is I was saying maybe that's what Minshew was supposed to be, but it didn't turn out to be that way.
It was.
Minshew was supposed to be the bridge quarterback for AOC, but it didn't work out that way.
Of course he was, but how you gonna make him the bridge quarterback when he throw 2 picks and you take him out the game?
Yep. Yeah, and that falls on Pierce too. You know, it's it's just.
Well, he's falling for the fan base. He's doing he's doing what people want him to do, and he can't do that.
Yes.
That's why he got the job. That's why Mark went to knees, because Mark was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do what the fan," and that's why you can't yell at Mark. That's why I'm not mad at Mark. Mark did what the fan base and what the players wanted him to do, and Mark's like, "Nah, how are you going to be mad at me? I did what you wanted. Now eat it."
Yeah. So
that's facts. That's facts. We complained about the Versace. Well, not we, but the fan base complained about the Versace thing, and then they made the right decision on that part, but then on the back end they made the bad decision of who they brought in. So then they just tried to flip it and listen to everybody, and it still got the same result, if not worse. And then
and everybody in the NFL.
Now he Mark Davis fuck it, Tom, you take this shit. I just want to sit up here and look rich because I ain't never had this much money to myself in my life.
So my whole take,
trying to do restaurants. Dang, guys.
My whole take on that, and I've been saying this, the whole time, right? So shit. So Pierce, so Pierce, right? Max, the players and the fans, they were advocating so hard to get Pierce, right? They were pushing it on Davis, right? But really, it's up to Davis to say no. So I get your guys' point. Trust me.
It wasn't just them though. It was the NFL. It was all the announcers in the NFL Network. Everybody was put. Don't make a mistake and not get AP. He's going to be your guy. Everybody, everybody in the media, all the talk shows, everybody was pushing.
So I get it, but my whole thing is that Pierce sold it and he fooled everybody by winning the Chiefs game last year, which was the game which I think that fooled the fans. And I get so that game sold the fans, but it also kind of fooled the players to where it got them to get more fired up and play more for Pierce, right? But we all seen how that translated into this season, and the players like Crosby was like, okay, we'll sign Pierce or trade me, and the fans sign Pierce, blah 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 blah, right? But we all seen how that turned out now, and I understand the point. Well, yeah, the fans, blah blah blah. We told Mark get it, right? But really, Mark is the one at his chair sitting there to pick up the phone and say, okay, do it or not. And I understand, but he, as a business owner, has to make that final call and not get the fans or the players. Because if that was his dad, Al, he would have been like, F that. I'm going to do it this way. I'm done. That's just me.
I agree, but Mark don't have that foot power. That's why he just hired Tom Brady to supposedly come in here and be above the coaches and the GM. What does Tom Brady know about building the team? Has he ever built a team? I mean, you bring the wrong people in here again. Well, He didn't build. He never built anything. The guy who built the Patriots empire is Bill Belichick.
He's in North Carolina.
He's on college now.
What's good? You're just bringing in another guy, but he has no experience. You're doing this. You're just hitting rewind and play, rewind and play, rewind and play.
So back to Crosby, right? Saying, "Oh, sign Pierce or trade me." Where is he at now? He's mad. He was just on his podcast saying, "Oh, I'm tired of the inconsistency with coaches and players." Right? I've been saying this. By the trade deadline, by next season, I've been saying this. If we don't do well, I will not be shocked if he's traded by the trade deadline by next season. And I'm calling it out.
It's happening much faster. Listen,
and I called it. I've been saying this forever, but then there's people, oh no, he's born a Raider. No, it doesn't matter if you're born a Raider, you're a Raider lifer. None of that matters. None of that matters at all. It doesn't matter because if you're not winning, you're gonna want to go. I don't care.
We do not show this Max Crosby a well thought out and feasible plan for how we will compete next year, he will ask to be traded.
Oh yeah, it's facts.
And it will happen within the next week or two.
And I seen this from miles away, months, years away, light years away. I seen this.
So he commits a mutiny, right? He commits mutiny. Right, gets everybody to get what he wants, and then now he's got buyer's remorse, and then now he's out the door. Just like sounds like somebody else that left earlier this year.
You could say that, but at least this one spent his whole career, giving everything. It's not just this year.
Yeah, I understand that, but you're getting paid generational money. I don't give a shit about any of that, bro. This is your job. You don't just get, you know what I'm saying? Like, cool if you don't want to re-sign up with us. Cool, you ain't got no guaranteed money. That's not my bad. What did you do for us this year? How many sacks? How many strip fumbles? We pay you for game-changing money. You don't make any game-changing plays, bro. Let's just be honest.
So
this whole motor thing and getting pressures and all, that sounds all good and all, but on paper, what's it doing for the wins, bro? We're still 2-3 and 3 and 12.
This is the thing.
That's all that is to me. Like
no one defensive player.
Come in and get these sacks. Come in and get these strip fumbles. Come get these forced fumbles. Come do your shit. Until you do that, we're just paying you. We're overpaying him right now, in my opinion.
It doesn't matter that there's no defensive player that can have the kind of effect that you're talking about. We were a bad team.
What about Myles Garrett? Khalil Mack.
Cleveland is a bad team.
Yeah, but Khalil Mack used to do that shit like a savage, bro. He come in and finish games with strip sacks.
He still didn't win anything.
I understand, but look, there's a different class of player, bro. There's a different.
So I will say this now. I would trade Max Crosby, and I'm saying this now, and it's just me. I would trade Max Crosby right now for a Khalil Mack type deal. That same type of deal. We already
got one. We got Kuntz on the other side, dude.
That's what I would trade for.
We got that guy 44. He's coming alive. He wants a contract. He's playing like he wants to play. Like he wants to be a Raider.
We haven't seen the.
I don't know his name, but he's on the.
Yeah, Chase is doing good though.
I mean, you gotta. Who wants to be here, bro? Max doesn't seem like he wants to be here right now.
I think he does. I think he wants to, but he also doesn't want to be in a team that's just never gonna win, bro. Like,
dude,
ever.
You know what I mean? Lions, bro.
And
the Lions are only
Cleveland. And it's gonna be the same thing with Brock Bowers too. If we don't win, Bowers is gonna want to get shipped out too. That's why we got to do something now. We got
Miller.
We got to get a quarterback.
Well, that's on the front. We don't need a quarterback. We need to get a coach and an offensive coordinator, bro. That's what we need first. We can only use Brock Bowers in the offense that we get. We can only get a quarterback in the offense that we're going to use. We need to get the coordinator first. And
Do
then
we?
and that's
I
why
feel like so. I think there's a lot
So
placed on
I
these coaches and quarterbacks being geniuses, man, and they're not. Okay, most of the time, you get a competent coach that's not stupid enough to put his own ego in the way of the players that he has, and you have great players, bro.
yeah, but sometimes you got people that just can't evaluate talent, like John Gruden.
so if
You just
I don't
got
think we have
bad
that problem
people and
anymore. I think our
you make bad
GM,
picks, bro.
I think
We,
our
we
GM
got
knows how to evaluate.
we got some good players. Don't get me wrong. We hit on some, but we missed on a lot. We missed on a lot.
so my whole big
But
a
oh, yeah, but if hold on, so if we get Gruden back and Telesco or somebody else was the GM, I would be all right with that. Be different, right? Because he don't have the thumb, he don't have the control, bro. You know what I mean? And that was my problem with Gruden. When you give with any one of these head coaches, even Bill Belichick, all of them want that control. I want control over everything, and you can't really give that to everybody. Not everybody could handle that and make that and build. It takes time to build too. Like I said, it takes every time you fire him, it's 4 years.
All right, so I understand the point with coaches, right, and like all that, right? So I feel like we should get Pete Carroll and a Sanders or a Cam Ward, and if we do get a Pete Carroll or a Cam Ward or a Sanders, that would be a dramatic improvement going forward. I believe like that would improve things offensively dramatically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that depending on how things go, if Pete was going to do something like this, he's a young person at heart, right?
Oh yeah,
He understands that if he's going to do this, he needs to be able to mix things up a bit, right? So I think he'd look to bring in somebody who is younger and running some cover 3 variants, right, to kind of mix up what he's doing there, right? And want to have a really good coordinator, but he is a awesome motivator of people, right? Creating like cohesion, attention to detail, right? All that good stuff. And he can deal with quirky ass people, right? And have them make plays. I mean, not just Russell Wilson, man. Like, that
Mr.
cast of
Unlimited.
characters. Marshawn Lynch is a strange person, man. So is Richard Sherman. Yeah, like,
they're all different. They're all these guys have their own personalities. Well, my two dream coaches would be Ben Johnson and Bill Saleh.
okay, so Ben
Bill
Johnson,
Saleh,
where's the head coaching experience?
if we get the number 1 overall pick, he'll come here. But if we don't have it, Ben
You're not
Johnson's
afraid that
coming
he'll
here. There's
just
no
be
reason to
like
bring him.
total flame out as a head coach because he's
No, he's calling good plays over there. Look at the plays that he's calling over there and the offense that he's got rolling over there.
Okay,
Yeah, he's
well,
calling some really good
this
plays.
is how I look at it.
He's just the play calling is off the hook. The designs
Being
of
a
the plays
offensive coordinator is
mean,
like being an assistant manager at McDonald's. And being a head coach is like
No,
being the
I
general
get it. He's not
manager of
running the
McDonald's,
show.
bro. Like they're completely different.
I understand. I understand that. I understand, bro. All right. I know not everybody's meant to. McVay does it. McVay's won a Super Bowl. He's young. He never did anything. Right? There's got you the talent. We're running. Old guys are flipping, bro. We're bringing their sons into the league, right? So that's how we're knowing all these Kubiak and all these. They're all their sons, right? The guy who's the other guy that we had as our head coach, that was the offensive coordinator over at the Bengals. I can't remember his name right now, but he just got a job. But his dad was a coach over here, so it's being handed. That's what makes coaches We got we got just people coming in, father, son, we got coaches, we got players. It's just kind of like a weird thing to me. I expect some players to make it, because, they got the bloodline, bro. You know what I mean? You're a stallion, but not everybody could be a winner, bro. Not everybody has work ethic, If everybody showing up's 90% of your job, bro, that's 90% of life is just showing up. And then the rest is just going to do its thing. Opportunity, right? You got to be ready for that opportunity when it shows up.
For sure. So, okay. We talked about the Aints and that game coming up. And I heard a lot of people saying things. Let's talk predictions here. We're an hour and a half in. We're lathered up, right?
Lathered up.
I ain't been drinking yet.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. What's gonna happen in that game, Pizzle? How's that end up?
Well, I think it's going to end up probably as a win for us. I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but anybody who watched the Saints play the other night just seen that they just don't have any. They just don't have. Maybe they come out and surprise us and kick our ass, but not just from what I seen last week. I can't see it coming out. I mean, their coaching staff isn't as bad as ours. We got a better coaching staff than them. Obviously, they got a lot of hurt players. They got no running back. They got no quarterback. They got no wide receivers. Everybody's, Derek Carr throws those hospital balls, bro. People in the hospital. And I just think that we're going to probably end up. I don't know if it's going to be a blowout or anything, but I think that at the end of the day, we're more than likely going to win the game.
2 in a row. What say you, Western?
Look, I'm gonna be straight up honest here. I'm always a straight shooter. I don't want to win this game, honestly. I don't want to win no games going forward, right? I want to just get the lowest draft pick that we possibly can. I just believe that winning any of these games going forward is pointless going forward. And so the last that I checked on the injury report for the Saints, it didn't say anything about Derek Carr or Alvin Kamara playing. So please correct me if I'm wrong, but if they were both playing, Derek Carr and Alvin Kamara, I know that Chris Olave was questionable, but if Derek Carr and Kamara were playing, then we're definitely going to lose that game for sure. But if they're not playing, I believe that we're definitely going to pull some stupid classic Raider stuff and win this game. So the question is, the X factor is, what is Spencer Rattler going to do? Is Spencer Rattler going to play really good, or is he not? Because so that's why I feel like that's where it's gonna lie there. And but something tells me deep down in my soul, we're gonna pull some classic Raider stuff and we're gonna win. I hope that Coach Antonio Pierce does his classic stuff, how he likes to pull the old switcheroo on quarterbacks and benches AOC and gives us the lesser chance to win by starting Desmond fumble the ball Ritter. And so I think at the end of the day, with all that I just said by rambling on, I think that we're gonna win the game.
Okay.
I know.
Blacker. Are you out there, Blacker? On pause right now.
he's feeding us goldfish.
Yeah. It's a hungry goldfish. I can't fathom that we would win another fucking game like this 2 weeks in a row. God damn it. I swear to you. We're on the road in New Orleans. Come on, people.
We're bad, but they're horrendous, bro. Did you see the game? They're like 32-0 or something, bro. That's horrendous.
Yeah, if Derek Carr plays, then we lose for sure. Especially with Alvin Kamara playing, then that's like
even with our Alvin Kamara just playing, Derek Carr, I ain't scared of that guy. I ain't scared of nothing.
Hold on.
That guy.
Is Alvin Kamara playing?
No. But if he was just playing, I would be worried. But he's not. Neither one of them were playing. But I'm not worried about Derek Carr. He'll make some dumb decision and throw a pick six.
So I'm gonna just have to say the reason why I'm saying if Derek Carr plays is because I just got a feeling that the Raiders are gonna do some foolish stuff on defense where we're gonna try all that we can to try to stop Carr. Because we all know Derek Carr is going to try to play his heart out, right? He's going to try to play his revenge game, against us, right?
No, we got to send him 32 lose. He's got a chance if we beat him, he's lost to all 32 teams, dude. We got to beat Derek Carr. That's why he's hurt. That's why he got hurt.
Listen, he's not playing, so we don't have no reason to win. We can save it. Hex his CBGBs.
I understand, bro.
Right? Right?
We didn't have a reason to win last week.
We just always find a way to shoot ourselves in the foot. If Derek Carr plays, we're gonna try to overthink things, and something bad is gonna happen, and we're gonna try to think too hard on defense, and that's just how I see things happening. But it doesn't matter because I feel like we're gonna win the game anyway, which I don't want to win the game, but I just feel like we're gonna win. And I just want to be clear, Raider Nation and Raider fans watching, the reason why I don't want to win is because I want to secure a higher draft pick in the draft, so we don't have to trade any draft assets or capital in the draft if we have to secure our quarterback going forward in the draft.
John, you want to tell me when you said this happened? When there was offered a contract extension?
Today, I heard the same thing. I heard that they offered him, and he said, "Nope, I'm outie."
Like this
like today or something, or yesterday or something. I heard something about it. Yeah, I read something somewhere. I seen a post about it.
So yeah, I figured he'd be salty with the whole being passed over.
Yeah, well, of course, I told you last year. That's what he was doing with that defense. I was talking about it earlier. He wanted the head coaching job. He deserves the head coaching job, dude. Not here, but somewhere else.
I didn't hear.
Our defense wasn't that good over the last couple of years to be like, yeah, you should be the head coach. The last couple of games of last year, yeah. If they played like that all of this year, then I'd be like, yeah, sure, let's give them a shot. But they didn't play nothing like the last 5 games of last year, this year. Nothing. Not even in preseason. There's no energy. And that's what I was talking about Raider Ben, even, in the offseason, I was saying, they're not going to, how are they going to come out? They're going to have that energy? Nope, they sure didn't. They didn't even have it in preseason, bro. As soon as the first run happened, I was like, oh, we can't even stop the run. How are you going to be physical if you can't stop the run and you can't run the ball? That's what being physical is. That's the definition of being physical in football. Stopping the run and running the ball.
So this happened last year.
So I didn't hear.
No, I'm talking about the defense. Yeah, the defense from last year that we won in Kansas City, right? When we went on that nice little run at the end. That was him trying to get the auditioning for the head coaching job. Instead of giving it to Graham, they gave it to Pierce, and Graham is salty. And I think I would be too.
Yeah, so I same thing here, bro. I seen it from a mile away too. I knew that so I didn't hear anything about us offering him a new contract recently. but I knew that he would not want to. So if that was the case, if we did offer him something new today or recently, that he would definitely say no. And I knew that he would not want to come back anyways, because I definitely could see him being offered a position as a head coach, or at least getting a interview for a head coach somewhere else. But I feel like Graham has paid his dues, and I'm honestly happy for him if someone does offer him a job as a head coach to him, and I wish him the best of luck.
Yeah, I just don't think he's the right guy for us. I don't have any hatred or misliking for him. I wish him all the luck, but he just ain't what we need. We need we need somebody like Salah to come in here and build a championship defense, dude. That's what we need. We need somebody that's going to come in here and build us a championship team. Salah helped build that defense at the Niners. Did they win the Super Bowl? No, but
Robert Salah would be perfect, brother.
And I'm all with bringing Salah over here because then Ben Johnson can ride on that defense, and if he makes some mistakes, right, the young rookie mistakes, he can ride on that defense and grow into the position. Like you're saying, he's a little nervous, right? So I don't know who else to go and get. I was saying as soon as Robert Saleh got fired from the Jets, I told Mark, I said if I was Mark, I would have flew him right out here. I would have been whining and dining him straight the fuck up. I ain't even lying. We need that guy. If you want to build a defense, you need to go out and get the guy who's going to build you the defense, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The Niners defense looks like crap right now, but it didn't for the last 4 years.
Facts. So back to head coaches. So I've been hearing things, and I just want to make sure if you guys heard about it too. But have you guys heard about the whole thing about possibly Rex Ryan being a coaching candidate?
No. The Rex Ryan's defense is never, he's been here before, and his defense doesn't wow me. I know they go off of their dad, Buddy Ryan, because, I watch Buddy Ryan football, but the 4-6 was good for 1 year. Let's just be honest. They won one Super Bowl with the 4-6.
What happened this year? Where was he this year?
Oh, yeah, well, that too.
So Rex. So
Rob Ryan is here. Rex Ryan is the guy that used to coach the Jets.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm sorry. No.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're not as old as we are. It's cool.
I get it. They're little twinsies anyway, man. I mean, come on.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, I'm not. Like I said, the 4-6 or whatever that their dad built.
Buddy Ryan, yeah.
That built his back on. That hasn't worked since 1985, and it worked one time.
Yeah, like John said, we already got Rob Ryan.
Right. So
Ryan,
Rob Ryan is on our staff, right? But
yeah,
there was stuff that I heard about that there was potential rumors that Rex Ryan, his brother, who was on the Jets and the Bills, could potentially, be a head coach candidate. You know what I mean?
There's your boy.
But I just thought, what
Rex Ryan, huh?
Rex.
Gonna say on a Rex Ryan? Yeah.
No.
I just thought I would ask your guys' takes on Rex, not Rob, because I definitely know the difference between Rex and Rob. But
is there a difference? Whatever.
I personally feel that Rex is better than Rob. That's just me.
Okay.
But I would rather have Pete Carroll. That's But between Rex and Rob, big difference.
You're listening.
So like I said, none of those guys. Pete Carroll, I wouldn't mind, but like I said, I want to get some nice new, fresh, young head coaching talent in here.
I will say this though, Rex Ryan is better than Coach Antonio Pierce. I don't know. I'm not going to argue that fact from what we've seen. He might have a better win-loss record right now, but
He ain't coached in years.
Yeah.
You know? So
I would still roll the dice with him sitting in the broadcast booth, and I would call him from the broadcast booth to bring him down.
well, if you want to do that, I would go ahead and call Tony Romo down. That guy guesses every play right.
Hey, I would have more.
Why not just call Tony Romo and let him be the head fucking
I
coach?
would have more confidence in Romo.
He's just gonna look over there at the sideline and be like, "Oh, they're gonna call this." What? Why not just bring him down? He's a fucking magician. He fucking reads minds, bro.
Yep.
Let's just be real.
Hey,
I don't know if you watch any of his games, Joe, but he calls it like he sees every fucking time. The guy ain't been wrong since I've watched him.
No, he's smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Just saying. Check it out, Hotspot. I ain't lying.
Yeah.
We need a miracle.
They literally told Tony Romo to stop calling plays.
Yeah,
it was ruining the game.
it's not that hard to do, honestly. You can like.
Well, I don't know how come he couldn't win the Super Bowl if he knew all the plays they were calling against him.
His arm didn't always do what he wanted it to do.
They did rob him with that Des Bryant catch, though. I'll give him that. They did rip him off for that.
They robbed Des Bryant. Okay, that's who they robbed.
Yeah, they did rob him with that. They robbed him too. But yeah, that's what they do every year. It's just human error. It consistently happens.
So did you see this rumor here about Patrick Graham last year turning down a contract, so he would be a free agent after this offseason?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
So he knew that AP was going to get fired.
Yep. Pretty much.
I mean, that's what that means, right?
Pretty much.
Is there any other way to cut it? Or?
Yeah. Well, if you're not taking the extension, you're either trying to move on or you're getting fired. Either way, you're leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, you're tired of the job.
Does he leave a successful defensive coordinator position?
No.
With AP as the head coach and not give himself a contract past, like just in case, like you don't get the head coaching job, but whatever.
He's done with the organization just like Josh Jacobs is. He's just like, I'm done. I just want to be out of here. Let me out. Let me out of this jail. I got to get out of here.
Hey, yo, Doe, let me out.
Yeah, that's not a great sign. We had a talented offensive coordinator like sign on for like 2 days before he spun on his heels and was out this piece. And now the defensive coordinator that got to sit around and see it all develop is like, there's no way I'm coming back here.
Well, the other guy knew that he was going to be riding with Minshew. He's like, I don't want to,
for real. Yeah. He saw they said, F
that. I'm out. I
like,
wanted that job.
He was like, what the F is wrong with y'all?
He had some common sense and ran out the door as fast as he could.
He was like, there's no way this is going to work.
Nope. I can't get it. I'm going to where Jaden Daniels is going. Washington. Nobody's given that. I don't know why nobody understands. Nobody last year was going to allow anybody to trade up. They all wanted quarterbacks. No one was. I don't care what you were going to offer them. They were not going to give it up.
This year,
a
lot of those teams took quarterbacks. Not everybody needs one. There's not supposedly as good of a draft, and so the quarterback trade up value isn't the same. Are you guys sure we shouldn't just trade up?
Well, I don't know, man. It depends on who needs a quarterback. Do the Giants want a quarterback? Do they need one? Who else needs one?
They might, but let's say they take Shador or they take Cam, and then at 3, because Travis Hunter or someone goes 2.
Oh yeah, Travis Hunter's probably going to go number 1, more than likely.
Well, if the Giants are the number 1 pick, they probably pick a quarterback.
I think Hunter's going to the Patriots.
Yeah, Hunter to the Patriots at 2. And then sitting there at 3, it's Jacksonville. They don't need. They got Trevor Lawrence. They're not picking a quarterback.
Yeah, I think they're going to
They
trash.
want the running
Browns.
back anyway.
What are the Browns gonna do? You know what I mean? What are they gonna do?
It's us and the Browns.
We beat
Please
the
tell me
Browns.
we
too.
can
Ain't that
outmaneuver the freaking Browns to get this pick, okay?
Yeah, well, they're getting rid of what they get rid of
So-
Deshaun Watson. I mean, they're paying that dude hella money. And that dude is a
They
big
just restructured his deal yesterday. So
oh, well, they better have because they got dick all out of that.
Yeah, what is the deal now? Because
Yeah, well,
the deal was all of my monies.
Yeah.
What's the deal now?
so I'm
The deal was
hoping
pay that man his monies.
yeah.
I am
I need
hoping
more guaranteed money.
by them doing that he stays for one more year and they don't draft a freaking quarterback. You know what I mean? So hopefully
Big
that's
Dumb
better
if
for
they
us.
agree to that.
Wait,
Big
no,
Dumb.
seriously, how do you renegotiate an all guaranteed deal? What is that?
Hey, I
You
don't.
gave some money back? What?
Hey,
They can't
I
give
don't
him
know the
more money,
terms.
can
I
they?
ain't big on numbers like that. I just know that they restructured his deal so it's
Or
more
him,
team
I'd have been
friendly.
like, no
you know?
to any
So,
restructure. I cannot win here, so no.
Nope.
Are you
No.
adding years?
Yeah, hella. I'm good.
Maybe you want to give me my money faster? Is that what's happening?
Like, it seems to me like not every year, not everybody's trying to win every year either, dude. You know, it's kind of funny to me. It's kind of weird. It's like some years people just try and take off, and some years people are just trotting along, and we just can't get our shit. We can't get out of the harbor, bro. We can't go to raid nowhere. We can't make it. We keep
because
getting
it's the same
sandbar
story every
everywhere.
year. It's the same
We hit
story, different
It's
book.
a sandbar, bro. About to go out and do some raiding. Nope. We got to hit the sandbar, yo. Can't get out of here. We're stuck in the bay.
Well, hopefully,
Hopefully, we can lose out these final two games, and we don't have to.
I thought I'd never hear anyone say that.
You know, win at 13 or 14, you know, and trade some stupid assets if we do try to get a quarterback or trade up, because that will be disaster.
Well, we
We
got
have
8
the
draft
same-
picks, right? We got like 8 draft picks this year.
yeah, we have the most draft capital in the NFL this year.
All right. So, well,
So,
do we want to give up the booty, or do we want to?
which is
No,
why
no
if we would have just stayed at 1, we could have had first overall round 1, second pick overall, first pick, like second 1, third 1, fourth 1, fifth 1. I'm just
Yeah, it's
baffled
the
by
other picks 2 through whatever that do a little bit of oscillating if they have the same record or whatever. You don't oscillate.
Yeah, we want to. At the minimum, we need to be third because at the first, like you said, the first guy's probably off the board is going to be Shagor or something, depending on what people think of him tonight or how he does in his pajamas at the combine. You know, that's where everybody seems to get their money at nowadays is the combine. Doesn't really matter what you're doing on tape. So we just have to wait and see, man. We got a few more weeks, like I said, and we'll roll the dice, and we either get snake eyes or we get 7.
We'll
Fair.
see.
Well, just to give you guys some possibly good news, things definitely looked different around this time last year. We're talking about what the draft order looked like, what people thought would happen in the consensus in late November. Marvin Harrison was going to be the first pick in the draft in late November. Olu Fashanu was going to go 3rd. Kool-Aid McKinstry was a top 10 pick. Quinn Ewers was coming out and going to be drafted in the top 10 as well. So we had Bo Nix down at 20 at this point.
Yep.
Things happened. Malik Neighbors was thought to be the 24th player. That's not how that worked out, right? So, opinions about players will change. The draft order itself will change.
Well, the same thing that happened.
Man, that doesn't
with
change my draft
happened,
order, bro.
All you need is somebody to
It was-
start all you got to do is start a rumor about somebody, like with Jaden Carter or any one of these other dudes. Just start a rumor about them, and their draft, and they woo starts going. Their draft starts going down.
Where were the Commanders picking? If anybody knows at this point.
Right now or last year?
Yes. Last year at the end of November. Where were the
Yeah,
Commanders?
they were horrible. They were already horrible. So yeah, they were probably picking like probably 6th or 5th or something.
They had the 12th pick.
Oh really? So they must have lost a lot. Well, hey, what about the wheels falling off of this the tin curtain over there? What do you think about that? I think that's hilarious. I mean, the Steelers are just falling apart over last month. I don't know what's going on. They're going to be one and done again. Yeah, son, one and done. They're going to get into the playoffs, and then they're going to get served up. And then they're going to be like, fire Tomlin. Fire him.
But see, at least they get
Please,
to taste.
please do it.
At least they get to see the playoffs, though, man.
Yeah, but dude, just getting there ain't good enough, bro. That's just having a winning
With
record.
this
You want a
team-
winning season.
Can you guys? He had some scraps and a Big Mac to start the season, dude.
Yeah, I understand what he had last season.
Who was the quarterback situation? And some dudes he put off. The
He's a
scrappy.
hell of a coach, man.
Who are the receivers out there?
And I don't care what, dude. If my team can make the playoffs, no matter what, I'm happy for my team to just get there. And then once you're in,
you got a shot. Once you got the guy,
and then once your team makes the playoff, all you got to do is punch your ticket to get there. And then once you're in the playoffs, that's when you can break hearts and anything can happen any given Sunday. So I get your point, bro, about you got to go to the playoffs, but you got to go further, but you got to punch your ticket to get there.
Oh, I get that you got to win regular season games, but for me, it's winning in September and October is it's all about November and December. That's when you really want to be playing good. September and October to me is getting your team right, getting wins here and there, and getting your team on track, getting ready for the real push, which is November and December, because that's when you need to be winning. Like when you win in the September and October all you want, and you start losing in November and December, it don't do you no good. You can start a sprint. It ain't a sprint. It's a marathon.
I hear you. I get it. I just feel like if you have the chance to get into the playoffs once you're in, anything could happen, going forward from
For
that.
sure.
and as far as Tomlin, like the fact that he makes the playoffs regardless of kind of the situation, quarterbacks, and all that good stuff, was awesome. But we also saw that he didn't just make the playoffs when he had a top level quarterback. He was threatening for the chip every year. That Ben was still viable. And not just like a fat chubby baby. So
It comes back to the quarterback, right? There you go.
it does. So we're creeping up on 2 hours. So we should probably wrap it up and let people get on with their Saturday night. I've got some plans and I'm gonna get ready for all that. And
Oh shit! Oh boy!
some stuff happening. It's Vegas.
Eh.
What happens here stays
All
here.
good, player.
So final thoughts? Anybody got anything you want to close out with, and including crazy stuff like Pete Carroll? What you got?
Shit, man. Part of my cursing. Hopefully, man. That would be a godsend if we can land Pete Carroll or Ben Johnson or a high caliber coach. Ben Johnson would be nice, right? But I really don't see it happening unless there's a top draft pick attached to his name. But that would be awesome. I'd be extremely happy with Pete Carroll also as well. He's a great coach, champion from college to the pros. He can turn programs around, can coach players, just overall great coach. Ben Johnson, he runs a great offense over there in Detroit. Great designing of plays, and he gets that Detroit offense going, and they're clicking on all cylinders right now. I don't really see him his level of failure that high as other people may deem him to be, but I understand, their aspect of it. But I really think that he'll definitely pan out if he definitely decides to be a head coach next year, which I ultimately believe he will. But we'll see how things happen. And I'm hoping that we could lose the remainder of the game so we could get a higher draft pick. And and I'll just say losing now is winning for the future. It's the bigger picture that we got to see here.
Pizzle, final thoughts?
Yeah, well, my return to that is once you teach these guys how to lose and that losing culture, that way of thinking, that you can't get it out of them. You can't get that lazy bone out of them. You don't want to teach these rookies that way of thinking. You don't want to start teaching them how to not do things. And these guys are like dogs. You start teaching them, you start not saying stuff and not, giving them the bone and all that stuff, and then you don't let them, you don't discipline them, and then next thing you know, they think they're running a household. You got to.
I think the way you do that is it's kind of the opposite of that, right? Like you play guys who didn't have a chance to play, who want to show their dog in them, and you push them the whole way. Yeah, let me see all that you have to give Carter Bradley and whoever else is at the bottom of the
I think Carter Bradley's got a better arm than AOC. To be honest, I mean, he's got a stronger arm than him. He's got
way more mobile,
way more releasing angles. Like my problem with AOC is he throws a split finger fastball every time. He's coming over the top like he's throwing a fastball, like Kaepernick. He throws like Kaepernick does. He's got that over the top every time. Yeah, he's just over the top every time. Like, I'm like, dude, no touch. Unfortunately, I think we're going to win. And I know, like, everybody's like, yeah, losing is for the best for the brighter future. If it's meant to be, it's going to be. We just got to leave it in. We just got to leave it in God's hands, right? And just believe that we're going to probably win that game tomorrow. And what about do you guys want to lose? Okay, so did you guys want to go on a 15-game losing streak? You want to lose to San Diego too?
Yes.
10 wasn't
enough? Because so
10 wasn't enough, huh? You guys want 10 wasn't enough?
So
not enough to get anything for it.
They're running crazy right now.
Why did you save all of that pain?
So we lost 10.
We can't be worse than the Lions, dude. We can't be known as with the Lions and the Browns. We can't be
so all the games. We
lost 10 straight in a row, right?
I know. We couldn't make it 11, bro. We couldn't.
Why not?
Why not?
Sure.
It doesn't matter.
And if we would have just gave other players a chance, like Bradley or backup guys.
Yeah, but that's how they know you're tanking, though. That's how they know when you're tanking.
That's a double-edged sword there. But
I know you're evaluating talent. I get it.
But by evaluating talent, right? You're not. You're also not showing rookies that you're showing them, hey, we're just tanking and we're not doing bad. So it's not, you know what I mean? That's how
evaluating talent about themselves. They're like, they playing me because I'm that man. Finally, they see it.
So that's how it's a win. It's a 7-7-7. You know what I mean?
I'm with you guys. I was with you guys, right? I'm with you with evaluating the talent because we want to see what we have with these young guys, right? I'm with you on all of that, but it ain't me you got to convince.
Listen,
what we agree is the right thing to do is we can agree with the right thing to do, but we're not running the shit.
I'm just gonna say
I get it. I
believe the tea leaves and the karma and the stuff is pointing towards us losing. Playing won't work. can't
I
fly
just
in
say,
properly.
why change now? Why change now? And
Everything's all jacked up and not working correctly. And it's all rumbling on the sidelines. And I think what's going to happen is that the Giants are going to have a pick that's higher than ours, and they're going to take Cam Ward because he fits everything
Giants fans are
Brian
thanking
Dable
us right now.
ever
Giants fans are
wanted.
thanking us. Jacksonville's thanking us right now. They're like, thank
You
you.
explain. The Giants, Brian Dable, when he looks at Cam's tape, he's going to think he finally found his son.
Oh yeah.
Okay? He's going to be like, give me 2 of those and let's get the hell out of here. Right? So I think he's going to go with Cam first.
So I agree with you 100%. I think Cam Ward is locked there.
And then New England is going to hire Vrabel and pick Travis Hunter. Okay? Because they're going to New England. And then it will be between us and Cleveland. And that's 65 wherever we end up there range. Right? Maybe they're at 4, we're at 5. To get to 3, which is not that far. And the thing that will save us and why we will still end up with Shador is that ain't no way in hell Deion gonna let his son play in Cleveland. Ain't a damn chance. And Cleveland just gonna Cleveland. They might. It's very possible they come out and be like, "We're not doing quarterback this year.
We want the running back.
We're re-signing our current Deshaun Watson person to a long-term deal because we believe we want to put the franchise in his hands."
Well, I don't think that's a bad decision. I mean, I think he's a good quarterback, dude. He's out of here. He's rusty. They haven't had anything. They got rid of Chubb on him.
You know, you're right. I agree.
There's a few things. You don't remember him taking a kick to the eye and winning and scoring a touchdown? You don't remember that?
He did do that for another team before he was a rapey guy. So, hey.
You don't remember that? The kick to the eye and throwing the touchdown? They made a commercial about it. We were
more
the team
power to you, Cleveland. Cleveland, God damn it, don't give up on the show.
Hey, how do I? So I'm trying to, bro. You got to find out a way so I could go to these comments here, bro, and pull up comments. You go to the second to last comment. That was the second to last comment. Who is
meth?
Who's smoking meth, man?
What did we say that was meth? That we were gonna lose? Come on, man, we could lose. God, guys, believe in it. It's possible. The plane's not working and everybody's hectic.
Yeah, things are going. The plane was running a little late. Leave it to Alaska Airlines.
He said they got Watson. They just restructured him. They're not going quarterback. Yeah, see?
So, hey,
he's really fine.
I am hoping to the Raider gods, to the football gods, that may so be, man. I'm really hoping so.
Yeah, we did think the same shit.
Damn you, Fuentes. Like, really? Because I was, believing for just a second.
Don't bring up the Falcons anymore, man, because I was really high on Penix, and I thought Penix was locked. You know what I mean? I was.
He was right there. He's locked in right there in Atlanta. So that's why you never know what these dudes are going to do.
I thought Penix was a Raider, man.
Yeah, a lot of people thought so. A lot of people didn't think Bryce Young was gonna go number 1 either, but he did.
Gruden or Pete Carroll?
I'd like to see that happen, but the odds of it are pretty slim.
Spider 2Y Banana coming back, huh?
Yeah, well, as long as you don't have no draft pick control or signing contracts, we're good. If he wants to come in and coach, I could deal with that. But I can't deal with him bringing in the talent. I can't do that. That's too much responsibility. He's got too many other things. Let him concentrate on coaching.
Yeah, it's been killing us, honestly. I mean, if we just like had those two jobs be separate, like it would have made a huge difference. Like Ziegler, I think that Ziegler is probably a pretty talented general manager if he's allowed to kind of just make his own decisions and think on his own and not try to, carry water for an idiot baby
Yeah, well,
man.
that's the problem, right? He's stuck up for his boy. He had to be shown the door too.
Yeah, yeah.
He had to fire him. He needed to fire McDaniels. He's like, no, I ain't gonna do it. Well, then you got to go.
Look what Mayock did when, he finally got
Mayock
John Gruden to the draft room. Listen. He made a mistake with a couple of the first round picks. Damon Arnett probably is his mistake, but everything else is not. We know what those other picks were and who picked those picks. Who's picking in the middle rounds though? There were some players that we picked in those middle rounds that kind of changed.
Max got picked in the middle rounds, the fourth round.
Yeah, those first round picks though, bro, that hurt us though bad.
Yeah,
I know. I agree. That's what I'm talking about. We can't be losing.
We can't be, those first round picks count, bro. Those first round.
Yeah, we had 4 or 5 first round picks. We just kind of like lit up.
Exactly.
We got nothing.
We were smoking meth. That's what happened. We were smoking meth.
Smoking a bag of meth.
Those things were over there doing the 10-2 action and shit and got fucking lit up.
I don't know. On that note, people believe, man. Okay, it's
Cleveland Farrell, man.
Something's got to happen for us.
Damn, dude.
We got guys you pick showing AR-15s and showing them they're gonna kill them and shit. I mean,
yeah, that was horrible too, man.
You just can't make this kind of stuff up, bro. But we're worried about Jalen Carter. We're worried about that guy coming over here and not acting right.
Crazy.
No, I love how we were worried about Jalen Carter whilst signing Chandler Jones. From the staff that already knew him,
and he lost his mind. Challenge.
And we were like, we can't take Jalen Carter though.
It's the dumbest shit I ever seen. It's one of the dumbest things I ever seen us do. It's like, what are you doing, bro?
We'll see what happens with Jalen though, man. He's not out of the woods yet. But
no, he's not. I mean,
hey, he's a good player. So far, man, he's a good player.
There's no doubt he's a good player. It's just like, how long will he play?
Well, Quentin Williams seems to be probably the next guy up. He seems to be the guy. But he's a beast, dude. I like Quentin Williams. We got a pretty good beast too. Wilkins, he's a beast too. We just
Wilkins will be back.
We got Wilkins is a beast. We got Kuntz. We
are the most injured team in the NFL, guys.
Yeah, we got
a third of our starting lineup is injured or is not here.
I don't know.
I don't blame him for not being here.
We got to get rid of Michael Mayer too. I think he's got to go. I think he's got to disappear too.
We're going to talk about that one. All right, folks. It's been real, and like I always say, try to stay positive. What the hell else are you going to do?
Right? Absolutely.
Read between the lines. That's where it's at, right? And go ahead. I know you got some things to say, my friend.
I'm going to just keep it short, sweet and simple here. I'm going to say keep it cool, keep it light, keep it fresh. And I've said this in the past, it's harder to be a nice person. It's easier to be a jerk. So try and be nice. And like Ahad said, be a positive person, It's good and your good aura spreads. So stay positive.
Yeah. And on that note, stay hot, people. Good night now.